Most important tip before I go, ladies and gentlemen, is creativity and staying busy. This is so important. Staying busy, having something that you're passionate about. Recovery is going to give you a lot of free money because you're going to save money. You're not going to be spending it on drugs and alcohol all day or cigarettes, right? I saved to date almost close to $30,000 from not just smoking cigarettes and buying alcohol, right? Probably more, but I saved a lot of money. And then you could put a lot of that money into your passion, your dream. You could start a clothing company like Sober is Dope. You could start a podcast like Sober is Dope. You could start a drop shipping company. You could take that course that you always wanted to take. You could go back to school. You could teach yourself something. You could learn a new language. Find something that you're passionate about and go all in, because they say busy tames the beast. And that's so true, ladies and gentlemen. I stay busy, but just not shooting in the dark. What I do is I find things that I'm really passionate about, and I really try to be productive, and I stay creative. And every time I get a little bored, I remind myself there's something I could be doing, whether that's working on a book, working on a podcast, exercising, writing some music, studying, meditating, taking a nice nap, visiting a family member, writing a letter. There's always something you could be doing. So when you get bored, you want to avoid that. Boredom is one of the gateways to relapse. You don't want to stay bored. So you want to watch that. And the way you do that is you stay creative, you find something that you love to do, and you go all in and you excel. These are some of my tips, ladies and gentlemen, I use to maintain my sobriety. And before I go, I'm going to give you the most important nugget I could give you guys. How to stay sober. You have to remember the darkness. Don't forget the darkness of your addiction. Too many people get really comfortable in their sobriety. You start to feel really powerful and strong, and then you feel like you can handle it. You may be able to handle a drink. These are lies. Alcohol is insidious. It'll play with your mind. So you have to really remember the darkness. Remember how it all started. Remember your lowest point. Never forget it. I always say, be like the elephant. The elephant has the perfect memory. They don't forget anything for many generations. They have great memories. I want you to have a perfect memory when it comes to the darkness of your addiction. Don't sleep on it, because the day you play with that and relapse, you're going to go right back to that day, that darkness, right? I don't care if you got 50 years. It never fails. We see it in our practice all the time. We talk to someone who has a lot of time, and then they just one day just somehow forget everything they learned, and they give in, and they think they can handle it, and then it just hits them so hard, and then that follows with so much guilt, so much shame, so much embarrassment. We're going to talk more about relapse later, but the purpose of this episode is to give you tips so you never have to go there. We don't want you to relapse. We want you to stay in recovery, not relapse. And the way you do that is you have to have a code. You have to have a system, and you have to have tips and strategies that you could go to when things get rough. You have to have your resources in place. So ladies and gentlemen, for more information on how to stay sober and living life in sobriety, I want you guys to check out the Sober is Dope podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That's where we have about 200 plus episodes all about recovery. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys can get updates of videos that I'm going to drop for you that's going to help you on your recovery journey. Remember, you made the best decision of your life, so don't be afraid. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple, stupid, and you'll win. You're listening to Sober is Dope. I'm Pop Buchanan. I love you all. Good luck, and I'll catch you soon. Thanks.